Item 16 is a motion to approve setting the public hearing for the fiscal year of 2021 or 2020 through 2021 city budget, including the property tax millage rate to be levied for April 21st, 2020.
Motion to approve. Support.
I have a motion by Councilman Johnson, supported by Councilman Bazura. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Item 17 is a motion to receive and file February 2020 paid invoice report.
Motion to receive and file. Support.
Have a motion by Councilman Bazura, supported by Councilman Remick. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Item 18 is a motion to receive and file February 2020 budget performance report.
Motion.
Support.
Have a motion by Councilman Remick, supported by Councilwoman Winton. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Item 19 is a motion to receive and file Taylor General Employee Retirement System Investment Performance Review for the period ending December 31st, 2019.
Motion to receive and file.
Support.
Have a motion by Councilwoman Winton, supported by Councilman Bazura. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Item 20 is a motion to approve a one-day on-site customer service training seminar with Prior Learning Solutions in an amount not to exceed $3,300 to be paid from Human Resources / General Fund.
Make a motion. Support.
I have a motion by Councilman Johnson, supported by Councilman Bazura. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Item 21 is a motion to approve the April 2020 payroll in the amount approximately of $1,927,000.
Motion.
Support.
I have a motion by Councilman Remick, supported by Councilwoman Winton. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. We do have an open business item. Okay, open business number 1 is a motion to approve the settlement for case number 19-012638-CB.
Make a motion.
Support.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilman Johnson, supported by Councilwoman Winton. Is there any, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no.
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 Roll call.
Mr. Remick?
No.
Mrs. Winton?
No.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Bazura?
No.
Mr. Woolley?
No. Motion fails. Okay, this now takes us to the regular open business portion of the agenda. If anybody on council would have anything they'd like to discuss tonight.
Mr. Chairman,
Councilman
I have
Ryan.
a few questions. A lot of things have been going on, especially reference what we were just turned down, basically. To the chair, to the council, Mr. Andresen, I just have a question. There's a lot of bit of tossing around here that I'd like to see if we can get a direct answer on this one way or another. What is your personal feeling on you're representing this city? We do know that under section 5.11, the corporate council function and duties, it pretty much says that you represent this council and you represent the mayor. Who do you represent?
I represent the city, and on this particular matter that was just heard, I'm neither representing the city, nor the council, nor the mayor.
Do you basically say then you do represent, as stated in the charter, you do represent the mayor and this council one way or another?
I represent the city and advise the mayor and council pursuant to the charter.
But you do equally.
Correct.
With that being said, so this particular deal we just talked about, you don't do any representing on that whatsoever?
On what matter is that?
On the one we just turned down?
That risk management, case?
Yes.
No, the city hired special counsel to represent the city on that matter.
Did you handle anything within that, basically, investigation at all? Did you bill the city any billings? Did you bill the city for
Yeah.
any of that investigation?
Yes. Well, not the investigation, but working with the administration and the police department on that particular matter, yes.
So we hired another company outside to come in, spend thousands of dollars, when in my opinion, I don't understand why would you have gotten involved in that? If another company that was basically hired by Howard and Howard to come in and do the investigation, how did you get involved in it? What was your position on that?
My role was corporation counsel for the city of Taylor. As per the charter, I advised the department heads, including the police department. We met with the police department, we looked at what was needed, and we determined that there was a need for a forensic audit of certain documents that were within the purview of the police department. That's not the role of a corporation counsel to do a forensic audit. We don't have that expertise, so we hire experts for that particular role.
So the forensic audit that was done in reference to this investigation, then you turned around and you were involved in what way? Just reviewing it?
I provided it to the police department and HR.
Do you remember how much the city was billed by
I
you?
don't have an exact number, but it's around $70,000, I believe.
But yet, you went outside the realms of this council and the charter without asking us if you could do it.
No,
Who approved it?
the charter does not require the administration to have every contract for professional services approved by the council.
So
That's
you're-
what's at issue here. The specific provisions of the charter with respect to contracting involve public improvements and material purchases. They don't address the specific issue that is at the issue at this particular contract.
So you're saying,
Mr. Chairman, point of order, this is ongoing investigation. I don't think that it's proper format for us to discuss this publicly in an interrogation manner.
Mr. Chairman?
I'm gonna say this, I don't mind you asking questions, Councilman Remick, but I'm gonna ask both of you to be very cautious that we don't reference the ongoing lawsuit that's taking place.
Exactly. I'm just
I mean,
saying, I'm just
If you have a
asking.
question, I don't have a problem with you asking.
Let me make it very clear to Councilman Ramick. The investigation that was, that you're talking about had nothing to do with the particular lawsuits that have been filed. This investigation was done prior to any of those lawsuits being filed.
Then why are we being sued?
I'm not representing the city on those two particular matters.
Were you in the meeting last night when they talked about it?
No, I was in a special council meeting last night, a closed-door session to talk about one particular lawsuit.
You didn't talk about this one.
I'm not sure which one you're referring to.
I think you do, but that's okay. I fully understand. The questions I have is, we asked for a lot of information. I did on this, but I couldn't get it. I believe I sent the council a thorough information request that I had made and never got an answer. But we'll talk about that at a later date once this is over. That way we can talk about it thoroughly publicly. And that way I can publish it. Okay? But you do say you represent this council and the mayor, per the charter. You are following the charter.
Per the charter, I represent the city and I advise the mayor and council on all legal matters, yes.
So you do represent us.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Is there any other questions? Well,
Mr. Chairman, it does not feel like it's only been a week since we've had an election because so much has gone on in a week. It's just kind of overshadowed it, and I'm thankful it was a week ago and not today, because I can't imagine those poor folks that are having elections with everything going on in the country and the world. We did have over 11,000 people cast ballots in the city of Taylor. We did have quite a high turnout for absentee, which was totally expected. We doubled what we did in March of 2016. So, and I expect that to only keep increasing as we go along. So I just wanted to thank some people. I could bore you all day long with election statistics, and I did write a list of everyone I want to thank, but everyone in the city, the administration, the election workers, my election techs, anyone that reached out on election day just to see how we were doing, Councilman Johnson for having some food delivered late in the day, that was greatly appreciated, and the election workers appreciated it as they came in at night too, because we still had some left over, so they were able to eat as well.
Never buys us food.
He doesn't like to.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, anyways, just thank you to everyone involved, and I can't thank everyone enough, because without everyone's help, I wouldn't be able to pull it off, so thank you.
Did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, with the massive turnout, I
Agreed.
think. And how did the new readers, I forgot to ask you.
The high-speed.
The high-speed readers.
So here's where I kind of, we did really well planning ahead, and they were done by 10 o'clock.
Oh, nice.
So the ballots were fed, they were waiting to go home that night, and, you know, in lieu of, we processed just about as many as we did in November of 18, and remember, we were here till 4 in the morning. So we bought the 2 high-speed machines, and yes, it was a big investment, but we were done by 10 o'clock. So that was a good turnout, but what I didn't prepare for was the weeks leading up, how busy we were gonna be, and also on Monday, we were busy right up until the deadline at 4 o'clock. We had probably 30, 40 people walk in still between 4 and 5 wanting absentee ballots, when the cutoff's 4 p.m. And then we still had 2-hour window to prepare to get the stuff ready, because we have to have all of those ballots in the computer and everything accounted for so that we can get the supplies to the people that are going to the polls, and they were coming at 6. So it was like high speed, and then on Tuesday, we had 99 people walk in and register to vote, the majority of those being between 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock, the polls closing. We never had more than probably about a 20-minute wait to be registered, just because the computers are slow. The qualified voter file system's super slow. But we expect that to be a much higher turnout in November, and so now I've got a whole other issue. I've got the absentee processing down. We're gonna do really good with that. But now the actual work that's in the office is my focus, is getting a handle on that. But thank you to everyone for letting me ramble here.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Trader Toko?
Yes, I have one item. Last Wednesday, I attended the Wayne County Treasurers Association meeting, and there is a program that is available to the Michigan Taylor residents through Wayne County, and if they qualify for the poverty tax exemption, they will receive a letter from Wayne County if they have delinquent taxes, which will give them a tax break and put them on a payment plan to avoid foreclosure for their home. We have 49 properties here in the city. I'm still looking to do a little research to see how many actually have delinquent property taxes, but it's a great program to help the residents actually stay in their homes and avoid foreclosure.
Okay, thank you. Councilwoman?
Meals on Wheels right now, I know, is losing volunteers. A lot of volunteers are older and are obviously choosing not to deliver. If you want to reach out to me, because it's hard to get a hold of the county right now because they're working remote, if you're interested in helping out in Taylor or any other communities or Taylor, I'd be happy to connect you with Wayne County to do that. And then just asking people to support local businesses, the restaurants, bars, they're doing carryouts, just to keep them, some revenue coming in for them and their staff.
I agree. You kind of stole my thunder there.
Sorry, Tim.
No, that's fine. Help those restaurants, take your carry out from there. It is affecting a lot of people's paychecks and stuff like that. And also, look after your neighbors. If they need toilet, ask them, hey, do you need toilet paper? Do you need this? Be neighborly. I think, in times like this, everybody's getting a little crazy, but, sometimes you just got to take a deep breath and look around you and say, hey, I got an elderly neighbor here. They don't have much family. Give them a call.
Mr. Chair?
Councilman Becerra?
As far as, people that are looking for things to do, I think the Taylor Community Library is trying to do our part. It's closed to in-person visitors, but You know, we have over 20,000 downloadable, looking at music, looking at magazines, looking at books. We also are one of the few libraries, I think, in the entire state providing curbside service. So we hope to continue to be able to do that, keeping in mind the health and safety of both employees and visitors to the library. But essentially, if you're looking past the electronic stuff and you want a particular book, we're asking that you call. We'll see that if it's available, we'll bag it. You can drive to the library and pick it up, and then we're going to ask that you just hold on to it. No late fees, no past due fees. Keep it, enjoy it, and once we can move past this virus, we'll ask that the books start being returned to the library. But again, the focus of the library and the library board is to try and do as much as we can for Taylor residents and help them through these difficult times.